Hello, good day everyone. My name is Lisbeth Moreno. I'm studying at the University of Foreign Languages and I'm in sixth semester. Today I'm going to present you the Dadaism Movement, also known as the anti-art art. First of all, we need to know what is Dadaism. The term Dada in colloquial French means hobby horse. It also means various other nonsensical things in other languages, like the babbling of the baby, but its meaning was of no interest of the Dada artist. The Dada is anti everything, anti art, anti literature, anti Dada is even destruction. When and how it was originated? There is some disagreement as to where Dada was founded. Many believe that the movement first developed in the Cabaret Voltaire, an avant-garde nightclub in Zurich. Others claim a Roman origin, but what is clear is that there was a pan-European sensibility emerging during World War I, especially during 1916. What does it consist of? The Dadaism is chaos, randomness, the imperfect and pulling towards the holy one, towards the scandalous. Nothing made a Dada is happier than the Shaka Burgos. This message spreads, and little by little it has repercussion in all artistic fields. This movement seeks for nihilism, doubt, and death. Some of the characteristics of this movement is that they consider the movement as the state of mind rather than an artistic proposal. Also, the art was considered an exercise in freedom. They doesn't have any rule or a guideline to follow. They just what they feel, what they are feeling, what they are thinking. They just take it up and pull it in into a create it an art in any piece as they want. Also, they introduced the concept of ready-made. The ready-made is an everyday object that they go buy and manipulate very little and present as a work of art. As we can see in the image, we have a chair and the wheel of bicycle. The ready-made bring to light one of the principal ideas of Dadaism, highlighting the artist intention as the artwork, as opposed to the object they create. Dadaism is often characterized by humor and whimsy tending towards the absurd. This kind attitude was used as a satirical critique of the prevailing societal and political systems, to which the onslaught of World War I was largely attributed to. This movement only lasted 8 years, starting in 1916 until 1924. What did Dadaism stand for? The Dadaism sought to break with established convention and question logical and reason. Um, they promoted change, freedom of the individual, spontaneity, immediacy, randomness, and contradiction. Uh, they don't follow any guideline, any rule. Uh, they just express themselves as they want. They can do whatever they want as a collage, a sculpture, a paint. They just need to follow their feeling, their thoughts, and make it a shape. What does Dadaism reject? They reject the reason, rationality, and order of the emerging capitalist society, instead favoring chaos, nonsense, and anti-bourgeois sentiment. Also, they deny the art itself, the craftsmanship or artistic endeavor, reject of everyday logic, love of the absurd, and abandonment of political manifestation. If we resume this movement in one phrase, it could be that the Dadaism movement is the chaos in front of order and imperfection in front of perfection. Now, I'm going to present you puta madre, um, some major authors of this movement. The principal is Marcel Duchamp. Uh, he was a French artist and chess player, especially known for his artistic activity. His work exerted a strong influence on the evolution of Dadaism. These are some of their pieces. The most famous is the fountain, that was the first that he created. The artist bought a white porcelain urinal entitled it The Fountain and signed it with the pseudonym Armad and sent it to the Society of Independent Artists to be included in their annual exhibition. And as we can deduce, this piece was rejected on even if he paid the $6 to have the right to exhibit it, and they don't consider it as an art. One of the famous funny thing is that the champ was part of the jury. The Dadaist maybe have a good moment with this, but at the end, it turned out that this joke got out of hand, and he created the first work of conceptual art and opened the doors to the barbarian invasions that discovered that anything in a museum is art. Some people thought that the fountain could see it as the geopolitical situation in 1917. Others thought that it was the modern version of the Golden Ring, and some even claimed that it was a representation of the modern wombs. But the truth here is that the fountain doesn't have a meaning in a specific way. It was just he thought that this piece could make that about what is art, and at the end, as I can perceive, I think that Duchamp wants to exhibit and make the people doubt about what is art or what is the art about. If if this piece can be art, why the others pieces that are in that place it can consider at art as art, and this and at the end they admire this original as art. Some another uh, uh, data is that in 2004, the fountain was voted the most influential work of art of the 20th century by 500 reputable art professionals. When the in the first time this wasn't considered as a piece of art. Also, we have the puddle rack and the bicycle wheel, as we can cite at the beginning. Now we have Anna Therese Joan Hodge, better known as Hannah Hodge. Uh, she was a German visual artist and photographer, one of the most influential artists in the Dada movement. She has taken the principle of collage to the highest degree of development. Her famous painting is Cut with a Kitchen Knife, that is a collage. And here we can see different pieces animals, industrial utensils, words, machines, and some characters important in this movement. These characters range from anonymity to members of the Dada group, including political officials and the aforementioned military. Then we have the college with ethnic mask and the bridge. The bridge. Last, we have Francis Picabia. He was an important French painter who experimented with a wide range of styles throughout his career and whose writings on art influenced the development of the Dada movement. He began painting fascinated by Impressionism, but with the arrival of the avant garde, he was introduced into Cubism and he cultivated a modern but serious art until Dadaism appeared in his life. The piece most famous that he have is the Dances of the Spring. He he was inspired by the peasant dances he had observed during his honeymoon in the Neapolitan, Italy countryside, and he mixed all the movement that he was learning, that he was taking as a form of expression, and we can see it in this paint to a couple dancing, and his art has a lot of uh, geometric uh, shapes, and is something that is recognized. The other is the Empress, and the last piece called Untitled. In resume, the Dadaism is a movement who has no shape, no rules, no guidelines to follow. The artists here just want to express themselves without follow some rules. They just want the freedom. They can thought or feel what they want and express it in a ready-made a collage or even in a paint. They just want to make fun about political themes and be themselves. Thanks for your attention. This was the Dadaist movement, and if you have some doubts or comments, you can write it on the box of comments, and I will be answering it. Thank you so much for your attention.